Good afternoon, guys. So, in this class, we are going to discuss about the display topics. Okay. So, before going to start this session, okay, let me take a couple of minutes to recall the last session, right? So, in the last session, we have discussed about four different topics, right? So, the very first topic is about HTML YouTube videos. Okay, in that we have discussed about how to insert a YouTube video in our website. Okay, for that we have used a tag saying iframe, right? What is iframe here? Iframe is nothing but inline frame. Okay, what is the use of this inline frame? An inline frame is used to embed another document within the current HTML document. Okay, this is the main functionality behind this iframe tag. Okay, when we moving to the coding part of this HTML YouTube videos, okay, we have inserted a tag iframe. Okay, within this, what we have done, we have given a source, okay, from where we are going to embed this particular YouTube video, following by a term saying embed and the YouTube ID. Okay, this is how we have discussed how to display a YouTube video in our website. Okay, along with that we have displayed, okay, another two parts. One is autoplay and the YouTube controls, how to play the YouTube video automatically in our website and how to handle the controls in YouTube. Okay, this is what we have discussed in the first topic. Okay, then the second topic is about how to insert an emojis in our HTML web page. Okay, for that what we have done, we have given a set of 6-digit numbers, numerical values to insert emojis. Okay, the numerical values are always followed by what? Ampersand and hash symbol. Okay, in meanwhile we have given a skin tone. Okay, skin tone is nothing but the color of the emojis, like dark, medium light and light color, isn't it? This is what we have discussed in the second topic, emojis in HTML, right? Then the third topic is about how to give the download link in our website. Okay, for that what we have done, we have given an anchor tag. Inside the anchor tag we have specified an attribute saying href. In that href we have inserted an image and we are given the access to the user who are all visiting our website to download that particular image. Okay, remember here href tag, if you are using href and download means this download is only applicable to href tag, nothing else. Okay, so this is our about third topic is about. Okay, then the last topic what we have discussed in the last session is about how to zoom an image on the mouse over. Okay, for this we have included a specific style saying zoom and zoom colon hover. Okay, we have given a property saying transform and the value of the transform is about scale of 1.5. Okay, what happens if you specify this properties means when you mouse over your image in your site, okay, it will give you the zoom size of your image from the normal position to the specified transformation scale value. Okay, this is all about the last session is about. Okay, let us move on to this session. Okay, in this today's session what we are going to do is we are going to discuss about this 7 different topics. Okay, so the very first topic is about HTML marquee tag. Okay, you guys aware of this marquee tag? I think so. Okay, let me explain you how to use that marquee tag in our website. Okay, then the second topic is about HTML div tag. Okay, here div is nothing but division. Okay, I will be explaining what is division and how to use that in our web page. Okay, then the third one is about HTML forms. Okay, what is this forms and how to access the forms in our website. Then the fourth one is about HTML input types. Okay, the correlation between this forms and input types is inside a form tag we are going to use this several input types. We have a lot of input types in HTML. We are going to replicate that in the form tag. Okay, that will be I am explaining in the coding point, don't worry about it. Okay, then the fifth topic is about HTML buttons. Okay, HTML buttons. So how to insert a button in our website. Okay, this is what like save, submit, upload, delete, cancel. Okay, if you guys are aware of this button means we have seen in a lot of applications, right? Saying there will be a button saying login and log out, sign in, sign up, save, submit, so and so, right? So how to insert a button in our web page? Okay, this is what we are going to discuss. And the last topic is about CSS display. Okay, this is one of the main part or a main property in CSS. Okay, how to use this display property in CSS. Okay, these are all the things. Okay, these are all the things we are going to discuss in this session. Okay, one by one I will be explaining the concept. Okay, I will, while inserting the code, I will be explaining the concept and I will go to the demonstration part. Okay, we'll start with the first topic of the session, HTML Marquee Tag. Okay, so first we are going to see about how to use the Marquee tag. Okay, for that I have created a file, level.html. Okay, just I'm trying to insert the structure of our HTML as usual. Okay, I'm coming to the body part. Okay, so now we are going to use a tag saying Marquee. Okay, so in general, what is this Marquee tag is? Okay, let me explain that. Before proceeding with the code, let me explain what is this Marquee tag. See, in general, what is this Marquee tag will do means an HTML Marquee is a scrolling piece of text. Okay, what it is? It is a scrolling piece of text. What is scrolling is? It is nothing but when you insert a particular text under that Marquee tag, it will give you the scrolling piece of you have entered text. Okay, how it displays means it will display it either horizontally across or vertically down on your web page. Okay, depending on your settings, how you have setted the Marquee tag, it will display accordingly. Okay, let me repeat again. The main functionality behind this Marquee tag is whatever the text you have inserted, okay, using Marquee tag, it will display you as a scrolling piece of text. Okay, don't worry if you are not understand in my explanation. Okay, once I run through the code means you can definitely able to understand that. Okay, so for that what we are going to do means the very first we are going to add a tag saying Marquee. Okay, this is the tag for Marquee. So what I said, if you entered any text inside this Marquee tag, it will give you as a scrollable piece of your particular text. Okay, the first step is about add the Marquee tag. I have added the Marquee tag. Okay, what I'm doing, just I am giving a statement here. Okay, this is Marquee tag. Okay, this is Marquee tag. Okay, let me run this code. Okay, I'm using terminal. I'm just running my active file. See, it is displaying as a scrolling piece of your text, right? What I have given the text inside the Marquee tag. So I have given us this is a Marquee tag. So what is the functionality? As I said, it is giving you a scrolling piece of your text, whatever you have mentioned in the Marquee tag. Okay, this is what the Marquee tag is about. Okay, hope you guys understood what is this Marquee tag. Okay, this is all about Marquee tag. Okay, so when you insert a Marquee tag, okay, this will be the default font size or the default way of displaying from left side to right side. It is displaying, right? It is starting from the left side and ending in the right side. Okay, we can handle that. Okay, we can handle this direction of displaying the Marquee tag. Okay, by default what it is happening, it is displaying from the left side to the right side. Okay, we can also handle this, how to you want to display your Marquee tag. Okay, that is what we are going to see in the next part. Okay, see, I have given the Marquee tag. Okay, So what I am going to do now is, okay, I am going to change the direction of the Marquee tag. Okay, by default it is displaying from the left side to right side. Okay, now the second task is about I'm changing the direction of my Marquee tag. For that, it is very simple. The term itself defines here. Okay, just give it as direction. Okay, just give it as direction here. Okay, equal to, okay, so what it is displaying from left side to right side, it is displaying, right? So if you want to display from right side to left side, okay, the Marquee tag should start from the right side and end in the left side, means just simply you can give it as direction equal to right. Okay, direction equal to right. What it does means it will start the Marquee tag from the right side and ends in the left side. Okay, let's see, let's refresh my screen. See, it is starting from the right side and it is going to end in the left side. Okay, this is what the direction attribute and Marquee tag. Okay, so what will be the next? So this is how to handle the direction of your Marquee tag. Okay, the second one is about, okay, the second one is about, just I have copied and replicated. We are going to discuss about the next attribute. Okay, the next attribute is about width. Okay, just I am giving a width here. Okay, so what is the use of this width in the Marquee tag means, see, in general this Marquee tag is occupying that particular line and it is displaying in a particular width. It is taking all the width from starting to the end of your screen. Okay, if you want to cover a particular width of your page, okay, if you want to use only the Marquee tag for 50 percentage of your screen or 80 percentage of your screen or 25 percentage of your screen, means that is where the width concept is come into the picture. Okay, right? So what I'm doing, I'm just giving width as 50 percentage. Okay, just I'm giving width as 50 percentage. Okay, what it happens is it will occupies only 50 percentage of your width of your particular screens. 50 percentage of width only it is occupying to run this Marquee tag. Okay, so for that, what is the attribute? As you all know that width. Okay, width equal to 50 percentage. Okay, let's see how it is running. See, the second, this is Marquee tag. The second Marquee tag is occupying from the 50 percentage of your screen, whereas the first Marquee tag is occupying the entire screen. It is crawling to the entire 100 percentage of width, whereas in the second tag it is starting from the 50th percentage of your screen, right? So this is what the width attribute functionalities in this Marquee tag. Okay, so far we have discussed direction attribute and the width attribute here. Okay, so next, what will be the next? So similarly in the direction you can give left also you can give, or by default it is starting from the left side, right? So you can give up direction, it will start from up to down. Okay, similarly you can give it as down also. Okay, similarly you can give down also. So far we have four different directions in Marquee tag. One is left, the second one is right, and the third one is up, and the fourth one is down. Okay, let's see how this down attribute is working. See, it is moving to down, right? It is moving to the downward. Okay, it is moving to the downward, from top to downward. Okay, what happens if you give the direction as up means it will goes to the upward, from down to upward. This is how it will be. Okay, this is all about the directions of your Marquee tag. Okay, so the width is as usual, though how many percentage you want to occupy for this Marquee tag, you can specify in a width attribute. Okay, let discuss about the next attribute in Marquee tag. Okay, so what I am going to do is, so we are going to discuss about behavior attribute. Okay, we are going to discuss about behavior attribute. Okay, let's explain you what this behavior attribute will do. Okay, see, just I am giving an attribute saying behavior. Inside that attribute behavior, what I am giving means, okay, I'm just giving a behavior saying slide. Okay, I'm giving a behavior saying slide. Okay, okay, let me comment this lines. Okay, so that you will get confused what is this about us. Okay, so Marquee, I have given a behavior of my Marquee tag. Okay, let me run this code. Okay, and after that I will explain you the concept. What is this actually doing? Okay, this behavior is nothing but it is displaying as a slide. Okay, by default it is displaying you as a slide format. It is slided format. Okay, okay, when let me change this into scroll. Okay, scroll. So this is about the behavior. This we have so far we have discussed slide and scroll. Okay, the main functionality behind this slide and scroll is, so the main functionality behind this behavioral scroll is nothing but it is a default property. Okay, it is used to scroll the text from right to text or left to right, whatever we have specified. Okay, right, this is what the scroll is about. Okay, so we can give the width for this scroll. Okay, if you give the width for this behavior means, okay, it will stops from the width you have specified. Okay, it will stop at the end to display the content permanently. Okay, so don't worry if you are not able to understand. Okay, once I move to the coding part you will definitely able to understand that. Okay, so for this what I am giving the width equal to 100 percentage. Okay, so I'm giving the behavioral as slide. Okay, let me run this. See what this will do means, in slide Marquee all the contents to be scrolled will slide the entire length of Marquee, but what happens is but it stops at the end to display the content permanently. See, it is stopped here. Okay, let me run this again. It is displaying the text from the left side to right side when I have given the behavioral as slide and the width is 100 percentage. Okay, what it does, it stopped at the end to display the content permanently. See, it is stopped there itself. Okay, this is what the functionality about behavioral and using the width. Okay, it is stopped in the 100th width. Okay, it has started from the left side and it has ended in the end portion. Okay, where it should end, it is ending in the left side. It has started from the right side and it is ending in the left side. Okay, this is what the behavior of Marquee tag. Okay, hope you guys are able to understand what is this Marquee tag and what is the functionalities of this Marquee tag. Okay, so far we have discussed, okay, what is Marquee and what is the direction attribute. In this direction we have right, left, up and down. Okay, and we have discussed about width attribute and the behavior attribute in Marquee. Okay, this is what an examples of Marquee tag. Okay, so we'll move on to the next topic of our session. Okay, so the next topic is about div tag. Okay, the next tag is topic is about div tag. Okay, what is this div tag? Okay, so I have inserted a tag saying div. Div is nothing but it is like division. Okay, so what is the functionality behind this div tag? Okay, why we need this div tag? Okay, before starting with the coding part, let me explain this what is actually. Okay, we know that every tag has a specific purpose, right? Whatever we have seen in the sessions, okay, we know that each and every tag, right, specify with a specific purpose, right? For an example, p tag is used for what? To specify a paragraph. We have used a term saying p. It is a tag in HTML. What is the specification of the tag? It is used to specify paragraph, right? Similarly, we have discussed h1 to h6, from the tag h1, h2, h3 up to h6. What are the tags are used for? It is used to specify the headings, right? It is used to specify the headings. So similarly, what is this tag is used to is about? Okay, what it does means it divides the HTML document into sections. Okay, what this div is doing, it divides the documents into a sections. Okay, in general, this div element is used to provide a section in a web page. Okay, this is under a particular section. This block will be in a particular section. Each and every block will be in a division. Okay, this is called each and every block will be set into a division. Okay, whatever you have specified in under this division, it will consist about a block. Okay, all the particular tags, whatever the styling properties you have mentioned inside this tag, okay, that will applicable, that is replicated to the whole block. Okay, whole block is nothing but entire of this division. Okay, let me explain you again. Div is nothing but what it does means it divides the HTML document into sections. Okay, this is the main functionality of this division. Okay, so in general, but the second need of this div tag is generally, so the person who are all developing the website, they will use this div tag. Okay, for what means to group the HTML elements. Okay, to group the HTML elements in a single group. Okay, I'm giving multiple groups that all comes under a single group, that is called this division block or a block element in HTML. Okay, so let me explain you. See, inside this division, what I am doing, I'm just giving a paragraph here. Okay, what I have done, I have given a paragraph inside, inside this div. Okay, let's run this code. So what happens? So as you all see, nothing has happened. Okay, it's just displaying the paragraph, whatever the paragraph is, we have mentioned, right? So let me add another paragraph. Okay, I have added another paragraph inside the div. Okay, let me save and run this code. So what is the big deal here? Nothing has happened, right? So it is just displaying the paragraph whatever we have mentioned there, isn't it? So see, for this div, I'm just adding a style. Okay, listen carefully, just I'm adding a style here. Okay, I have added a border to my division. Okay, let's see what happens. See, hope you guys are able to understand what is this div is used for. Okay, see, I have given the border style to my div. Okay, but what happens? I have not specified any border properties to my paragraph, right? I have not specified any border style to my paragraph. Instead, what I have done, I have done to my div for my division. Okay, what it does for the division, whatever the content, whatever the tags we have used inside the division, it occupies the border style as double to all the paragraphs inside the div. Okay, this is how a div is implemented in HTML. Okay, this div is nothing but it gives, okay, it gives or it divides the HTML document into section. Okay, so far this is the first section. Okay, let me create another div. Okay, let's see, we'll create another div. Okay, what I'm doing, just copying the paragraph. Okay, again I'm just giving the style to my div, border hyphen style, sorry, colon, something like dotted. Okay, just I'm giving as dotted. Let's see. See, this is called as the first block, right? This is the first block and this is the second block, right? This is the first div, sorry, it is combining together. Okay, see, you have to close a div here. Okay, this is a separate div and this is a separate div. Okay, see, now what happens is I have mentioned two divisions. Okay, see, it is segregated into blocks. Okay, it is occupying two different blocks. Okay, it is occupying two different blocks. Okay, the first block is about two paragraphs and the second block is about also two paragraphs. For my first div, I have given a border style as double. For my second div, I have given the border style as dotted. Okay, hope you guys were able to understand as I have mentioned. So this div is nothing but it divides the HTML documents into sections. So this is how to differentiate the sections into your particular blocks. Okay, so see, if I am mentioning like this div, okay, blindly I have given divisions here. Okay, what it happens is if you are mentioning like this means you don't know that which division is belongs to which one. Okay, right now I have mentioned the same paragraphs in the two divisions. Okay, so what we have to do means we have to add ID for the each and every divisions. Whatever you have mentioned, you have to give a ID for the division. Okay, what is the use of this ID means it occupies the characteristics. Okay, it will occupies the specifications only belongs to that particular ID. Okay, only it occupies only the particular division. For example, ID equal to, just I am giving div1. Okay, this is the ID for this division. If you want to access, okay, if you want to access this division means we can access using this ID. Okay, we can access using this ID. It is like similarly human beings, each and every human beings will have their own name. Okay, they will have a own name. What this name will replicate, it identifies the person. Okay, what is the use of the human being names? It identifies the person. Okay, if I am telling my name means what is my name, if my name is Harish, what it means that this is the person Harish. Okay, this name is belongs to this person and it gives the some characteristics of my name. Okay, if you want to call me means what you have to do, you have to call me with my name. Okay, then only I can able to understand that you are calling me, isn't it? So similarly, this is what a div is also. For this div I am using a name. Okay, it's to be simple, we are mentioning a name to our division. Okay, in future if you want to access your division, means you can access this division using this name called ID here. Okay, how to access this? Okay, suddenly the question will arise in your mind that how to access this. This is where in the starting session itself I have said that JavaScript, about little bit about JavaScript, right? In JavaScript we will use this ID. Okay, we will use this id div1. Okay, based on this id we will perform some other actions. Okay, using this ids we will use some other actions to perform. So that is what the main functionality behind this id. Okay, similarly we can give the id to this division also. Just I am giving us div2. Okay, so this is what the divisions in HTML. Okay, so this is my first division and this is the second division. So if you want to specify any styles, means that is also possible. You can give any styling properties to your paragraphs. Okay, if you want any specific styles in for your paragraph, means similarly you can add a style attribute inside this paragraph, as you all know. Okay, you can try with that. Okay, this is all about the block level element. This is called block level element. What is block level element in HTML? It is nothing but division. Okay, here the division is nothing but, okay, it divides the HTML document into section. Okay, this is what the functionality behind this division tag. Okay, hope you guys are able to understand what is this division is about. Okay, next we will move on to the next topic of our today's session. Okay, so what will be the third topic? As I said, it is about forms. Okay, it is about forms. Form. Okay, so what is this use of this form tag in HTML? Okay, HTML forms, this HTML form tags are required if you want to collect some data from, okay, from data from the person who are all visiting your site. Okay, the HTML forms are required if you want to collect some data from of the site visitor. Okay, if I am seeing your site, okay, just assume that I am seeing your site. If you want to collect any data from my site, okay, so where this form has come to the picture. Okay, so this is the first tag to define a what, to define a input fields. Okay, if I am saying your website, if you want to collect any data from my side, like the person who are all accessing, like name, first name, last name, mobile number, email, something like that, right? If you want to collect any data from the user, okay, if you want to collect any data from the user, means you can use this form tag. Okay, and in under this form tag we are going to use some other fields. Okay, some other input fields, how to get a first name, how to get a last name, how to get a name. So that is all comes under this form tag only. Okay, so inside this form tag, okay, let me explain you the first topic. Okay, for this what I am using, I'm just using input type. Okay, input type equal to, okay, I'm giving text. Okay, input type equal to text. So what is this input type equal to text is about? Okay, it will give you the text field. Okay, it will give you a square box to get a particular input, to get a particular input. Okay, so what is my ultimate goal here? I'm just creating a form here. The form is ensuring about to collect the user input from my website or my web application. Okay, for this what I'm doing, I'm just giving my first input. Okay, first what I am doing, I am going to collect the first name of the user. Okay, so for this what I am doing, I am just giving the input type equal to text. Okay, if you give this input type equal to text means what it does means it allows you to type your text fields in your website. Okay, let's see it is giving you a small text box here, right? It is giving you a small text box, so you can type whatever you want in your text field. Okay, so this is what how to insert a text field in your website. Okay, so I have inserted the text box here, but it is not showing what to enter there, right? It is blindly showing a text box there. Okay, we are not mentioned anything apart from this. Okay, to if you want to get the first name here meant we have to mention to type the first name of yours, right? We have to specify that please enter your first name in this text field. Okay, that we have to do. Okay, so let's see how to do that. Okay, for this what we have to do means we have to add a attribute saying placeholder. Okay, placeholder is nothing but it will gives you a text inside your text box. Okay, for your input type equal to text, this placeholder will gives you a tip. Okay, it will give you like a tips what to enter there. Okay, for that I'm giving a placeholder saying enter your first name. Okay, let's see what happens if the placeholder is there. See, it is displaying, right? Enter your first name here. Okay, so when you start entering the name it will be hidden. Okay, so when you the text is there is no any text, it is a blind text means it will show you the placeholder what to do with that text box. What I have mentioned using the placeholder, I have mentioned enter your first name. When you start entering your name there, that placeholder will be hidden there. Okay, so if you want a permanent label, okay, permanent name to your text field, okay, this placeholder it just gives enter your first name. So what happens when I enter any name here, that will not be there, the placeholder is not replicating there, right? So if you want to enter, if you want to specify a permanent label name for your text box means what you have to do means we need to add another set of line before this input type. Okay, for this input type what we have to do means we have to give a name. Permanent name means what you have to do means you have to mention label, use a tag saying label. Okay, label. Okay, what it does means it gives you a permanent name. Okay, anytime it will be displayed in your text box. Let's see how to do that. Okay, just I'm giving first name. Okay, see, it will show you the label for your text box. Okay, it will show you the text box by permanent. Okay, it will not hide anywhere, whereas this placeholder will hide your text. This label will be permanent in your text box. Okay, so if you want this first name in the top and the text field will be in the bottom means just simply you can give the break here. Okay, if you give the break means it will comes into the next line. Okay, it will give you a beautiful look of your site, to your website or your web applications, right? So this is how to add a text field in your website and the label of your text field. You can use the both labels and placeholder. If you want only the placeholder is enough and is sufficient to your website means you can just use this placeholder. Okay, if you want both the label and the placeholder means you can also give that. Okay, so next I am giving another field saying what, last name. Okay, just I am giving last name. Okay, just I am replicating the same here. Okay, enter your last name. I'm just changing the placeholder and the label name. Okay, let's see. So the next text field is coming up here. Okay, similarly, if you want this line into the next means the same, you can add a break here. Okay, you can add a break so that it will replicate in a new line. Okay, it will replicate in the new line. See, it is replicated in a new line. Okay, so this is how to insert a text field in your website. So similarly, whatever the text you are willing to add in your website, you can add that. Okay, this is all about adding the text fields in your website. Okay, similarly, you can also give the IDs for your input types. Okay, IDs are very important to add because each and every field is replicating with the ID. Okay, you can give the ID what this tag is about. Okay, we have to give the similar name is about to add the IDs. Okay, what is this input type is about? It is all about first name. Okay, you can give it as first name. Okay, so for this ID is equal to last name. Okay, if you are not able to understand what is this ID is used for means, let me explain you about this ID. This ID is used to use in JavaScript and jQuery languages. Okay, this ID is used in JavaScript and jQuery. For what we are using this ID means in that programming languages JavaScript and jQuery. Okay, using this ID. So simply what happens if you are entering, you guys are seeing in the web applications, right? If you are seeing any registration form means, what happens if you are entering all the details, whatever the actions they have required, like first name, last name, date of birth, mobile number, email, address, something like that, right? What happens if you guys are all entered your details mean at last what they will have a button to save or to submit, right? What happens when you click on save or when you click on submit, all your entered details is stored in your database. Okay, what happens when you click save or submit after entering all your sufficient details or required details in your particular web application? What happens, it gather or it captures all your entered details and it will stores in the database, right? For that purpose we are using these IDs. Okay, for just understanding purpose I am explaining you the concept of this ID. Okay, for replicating this IDs and all we need some backend process in the meanwhile. Okay, so before that just I'm explaining you the concept of this ID. Okay, hope you guys are able to understand what is this ID is about. Okay, right, we'll move on to the next part. Okay, in the first part we have given the first name and the last name. Okay, so next we are going to give a gender. Okay, I'm just going to mention a gender field in our website. Okay, for that what I'm doing, again I'm giving a break here. Okay, after this what I'm giving input type equal to radio. Okay, input type equal to radio. Okay, what this does means, okay, radio button is used for select one of a limited number of choices. Okay, this radio buttons is used, let a user select one of a limited number of choices. Okay, if I am giving 5 options, okay, if I am giving 5 options, okay, or else if you are giving 3 options, okay, in your website you are using a label saying gender. Okay, what in general, in you guys are aware of genders, right? Male, female and others. Okay, in most of the websites or web application, what they will give you three options, right? They will give you the three options: male, female, others. What we have to do, we have to select one of them. Okay, so for that we are using the radio button. See, I'm just using label. Okay, I'm giving my label name as gender. Okay, break. Okay, so my input type I have given as radio. Okay, in this radio button I am giving the three options to the user to select only one among the three. Okay, let's see how to do that. Okay, input type equal to radio. Okay, for that I am giving the id equal to gender. Okay, so I want to give three options. One is male, female, and other. Okay, how to give that? Okay, so for that, what you have to give means you have to give the value for this radio button. So the value equal to male. Okay, the value is about male. So input type equal to radio, and the id for that radio button is gender, and the value for this radio button is male. Okay, let's see how it is replicated. Okay, see, it gives you the radio button here, right? It gives you the radio button. Okay, but it is not displayed the value there. Okay, so before that what you have to do means we have to give the name. Okay, name as male. Okay, so what this means, the name will be male and the value will be also male. This is replicated in the database. Okay, so this is replicated in the database. So what you have to give means, so I have explained you about how the names will be saved. Okay, this name and value will be saved in your database. Okay, the name will be male, the whatever the user is selecting, the male. Okay, the name will be male, the value will be also male. Okay, any one of this combination will add in your database. Okay, so how to give this value? See, we have given the name and value. It is not replicating here because it is for backend purpose. Okay, so instead what you have to do means you have to give the label again here. Okay, we have to give the label here, so that label will be replicated in our radio button, right? See, male. See, so we have to give a label for your radio button. So similarly you can add other two genders also. Okay, just I am copied and I have pasted. Okay, just I am giving female. Okay, the third one is others. Okay, so if you are not able to understand this name and value miss, don't confuse about it. Okay, let me remove that. I don't want you confused, guys. Just I am explaining you the concept, what will be the attributes in the input field. Okay, if you are not able to understand means, let me remove that. See, it is giving you the three genders, right? So this is what about adding the radio buttons in the field. Okay, so Hope you guys are able to understand how to add the input field radio buttons in your website. Okay, this is all about adding the radio buttons. Okay, see, when you select this, it is selected all the three, right? It is selected all the three. Why means, see, for the input type, for this three input type, what we have done is, we have done the IDs are similar. So we have mentioned all the IDs are similar, right? For this, what we have to do means, we have to give separate IDs for that. Okay, have to give separate IDs for your input field. Okay, remember that wherever you use a term saying ID, it should be unique. Okay, in this particular page or this HTML document, you should never replicate the same ID to anywhere. Okay, if you are using ID last name means it should be only once in this particular page. If you are using the ID first name in this page means it should be unique. Okay, okay, so this is what the IDs is replicating. So similarly it is not replicating. Okay, it is selecting all the three. Okay, so what will be the next step? Okay, for this what you have to do means you have to give name, gender, okay, and the value equal to male. Okay, so now I have specified different IDs for my input field. Okay, and the name and values for my input field. Okay, see, now it is allowing me to only select a particular. When you select the next, once you selected male, okay, it is not selecting the previous, it is removing the previous selection and going to the new selection. Okay, hope you guys are able to understand now what is this name and value is replicating. Okay, so as I said, this name and value will always pass to the backend process. Okay, this will stored in the database, this value. Okay, when you select here male and you click on submit means this value will be passed under the gender heading. Okay, in your table you are using a gender as your header means what it happens when you select male and you click on submit means, okay, under the gender column the value male will be saved. Okay, this is what this name and value will be do. Okay, hope you guys are able to understand what is this concept is about. Okay, this is what, how to insert a radio button in your website. Okay, so we'll move on to our next topic. Okay, so the next topic is about checkboxes. Okay, what this radio button is does, it allows me to select only one in the list, select one of the limited number of choice. I have given three options, but what it's doing, it is allowing me to select any one list, right? So this checkbox, what this checkbox will do means, okay, it will gives you the, it will gives you select multiple fields. Okay, it will gives you to select multiple list. Okay, let's see how to do that. Okay, so please go through this code for a couple of minutes how to do this radio button. Okay, I will be explaining the checkbox concept using HTML, how to give the checkboxes in our HTML. Okay, let me start how to do that. Okay, so again, input type equal to checkbox. Okay, so the input type, so far we have discussed input type equal to text and radio. Now we are moving to the third one. Okay, input type equal to checkbox. Okay, what did it does means it allows us to select multiple list. Okay, it is very similar to radio button only. What the difference between this radio button and checkbox means, just we are removing the type, we are just changing the input type. Okay, nothing else. See, without typing I will explain you. Okay, see, I am copied the entire thing and I have pasted here. Okay, so just I'm changing the input type equal to checkbox. Okay, input type equal to checkbox. So I'm just changing the type. Okay, see, this is the first, this is what the input type is about radio button, right? So this 3 is for input type radio. Just I have replicated the same code down below and just I have changed the input type equal to checkbox. Okay, let's see how it is. See, it gives you a small square box, right? So what it does, it allows me to select multiple list, right? Whereas this radio button will gives you to select only one. Okay, this is what the difference between radio button and checkbox. Okay, this is what the difference between the radio button and checkbox. So hope you guys are able to understand what is this radio button and checkbox will do. Let me explain the concept of radio button. So radio button will allows us to select only one from the given list. Okay, whereas this checkbox is allowing us to select multiple values. Okay, this is the concept behind this radio button and checkbox, right? Hope you guys are able to understand and follow me. Okay, so we are moving to our fourth input type. Okay, first input type is text, then the second one is about radio button, and the third one is checkbox. Okay, now we are moving to the fourth input type. Okay, so input type equal to, what I am doing is I am giving date. Okay, what this date will gives means, okay, in the web applications and all you have seen, right? If you want to enter your date of birth in any specific applications, mean when you click on date, okay, there will be a field calling date of birth, right? So when you click on a particular thing means it will show you the date pictures. Okay, in a small window it will show you the dates window, right? So this is what the concept is behind input type equal to date. If you give this input type equal to date means, okay, what is those means is used to input field, to enter input field that should contain a date. Okay, for example, input type equal to date, I'm giving, okay, DOB ID I'm giving as DOB is nothing but date of birth. Okay, so I'm just giving a label for this. For this input field, what I'm doing, I'm just giving a label. What is that? Date of birth. Okay. Okay, my label is date of birth and my input type is date. I have given an ID saying DOB. Okay, let's see how it is replicating. See, you got your date of birth label. Let me give a break here. Okay, so you got a field saying date of birth. Okay, you got a text input type equal to, what is the input type here? Date. So when you enter input type equal to date, you got a date field here. Okay, when you click here, what it happens? It will show you the date format. You can select the year, month and the date. Okay, using this input type equal to date. So this is what the input type date is about. Okay, hope you guys are able to understand. Okay, the concept is very simple. Just give the input type equal to date. Okay, ID. Okay, so if you don't want any ID means you can remove, that is also not a problem here. Okay, so this is what the input type is about, date. Okay, so we are moving to the next input type. Okay, so just I am copying all those things and I am pasting here. Okay, so our next input type is about number. Okay, next input type is about number. Okay, for example, I'm just giving a term saying quantity. Okay, if you want to give any, you want to select any quantity, how many you are having, how many completed course you are having, like 2 3. Okay, in the job seeking websites and all, they will ask, right, how many courses you have completed. They will ask you to enter like 1 or 2 3 4, something like that, right? Assume that. Okay, just I'm giving quantity. Okay, so input type I am giving as number. Okay, number. Just I am removing the DOB ID and I am changing into number. ID also I am giving as number, or let me give it as quantity for your understanding purpose. Don't confuse. Okay, so let's see what happens. Okay, so let me give a break here so that it will come in the new line. See, you got a quantity label. When you click here, you will get a icon here. Okay, what it happens? It will allow you to start the numbering pots. Okay, it will allows you only the numbering pots. Okay, you can increase or decrease the numbers part here. Okay, this is what the functionality of input type equal to number. Okay, so you can restrict that number also. Okay, you can restrict this number also. How to restrict this number means, if you want to specify only from this number to this number. Okay, for example, I'm just giving courses completed. Okay, so in this courses completed label, what you are saying is, you are saying the users to select only from 1 to 5. Okay, or 1 to 10 or 1 to 3, whatever it may be. Okay, for this what you have to do means, we have to use another two attributes. One is min and max. Okay, min is nothing but minimum. Okay, 1. Okay, and the max is just I am giving as 3. Okay, if you give this min and max under this input type number means, it will allows you to select only up to 3. 1, you can select 1, you can select 2, or you can select 3. You cannot select 4 in the field. Okay, this is what to, how to restrict your numbers. Okay, let's see. See, I'm not able to increase this. Okay, it is stopped from 3 itself. When I click down, it will stops from 1 itself. It was not going lesser than 1. It is not going greater than 3. Okay, similarly, if you want how many maximum numbers, you can increase. Just I'm giving 6 means See, it will allows you to select up to 6, not greater than 6. Okay. Meanwhile, it will allows you to select from 1, not lesser than 1. This is how to restrict the selection numbers in your input type equal to number field. Okay. This is what about how to insert a number field and how to restrict the minimum value and maximum value of your number field. Okay. Hope you guys are able to understand. Okay. So the last topic of the session is in the input type. Okay. What we are going to do is we are going to insert a button. Okay. For that, again, input type equal to button. Okay, it is very simple. Input type equal to button, right? So input type equal to button. Okay, what it does means it will gives you a button. Okay, let's see what it is coming there. See, it is just showing a small button, right? Okay, wait, let me give you a break here. See, break I have given. Yes. See, it is showing a very small button here, right? So this is how to insert a button. So you can use the styling properties and you can adjust your height and width of your button also. Okay. For the button, you can also use input type equal to button, or you can use button type equal to button also. Okay. So now what I'm doing, I'm just giving a label. So just I'm giving click and close button. See, when you use input type equal to button means you need not any closing tag. Okay, when you use button type equal to button, then you need a closing tag here. Okay, let's see. See, it is giving you a button. Okay, similarly, if you want any some other field like save means you can add that also. Save. Okay, or if you want submit. Okay, you can add the submit button here. Okay, this is what how to insert a button. Okay, most probably in corporate and all we will use button type equal to button. Okay, because this will give more information where we are using input type equal to button. Okay, we need some other how to say we need some attributes, we need to add some styling attributes and height width specifications, right? So if you give button type equal to button means it will automatically adjust. Okay, it will automatically occupies the space how much it needs. Okay, if you are giving a lengthy button means see I have given submit save cancel, right? See, it will automatically increase the width of your button. Okay, whereas if you give input type equal to button means in that also it is possible, but it is a straightforward matter. If you are using any label here means it is very straightforward method to use. You can use both input type equal to button and button type equal to button also. Okay, there is no any problem in that. Okay, so this is all about button type. Okay, how to insert a button in your website. Okay, hope you guys are able to understand what is the topics we have discussed so far. Okay, the first thing we have discussed about input type equal to text, and the second one is about input type equal to radio. The third one is about input type equal to checkbox. Fourth one is date, and the fifth one is number, and the last one is about button. Okay, how to insert the button in our website. Okay, so this is all about the input types in HTML. Okay, so we'll move on to the last topic of this session is about display property. CSS display property I have mentioned in this slide, right? We are going to discuss about display property. Okay, what is this display property means? See, I'm going to the first div. Okay, so what does this do's means? See, already I have used a style saying border hyphen style colon double, right? So what I'm doing is here I'm just adding a property saying style. Okay, so in this style we have multiple values like block. So whatever that mentioned here, block, contents, flex box, grid, inline. So these are all the values for display properties. Okay, let me explain one single property here. Okay, if you are giving display colon none means, okay, what happened for this first div, what I have used a styling property saying display none means, let's run this code. What happens? The code is there. Okay, the division is there, but it is not replicating in the website, isn't it? See, it is not displaying, it's gone. So this is what the functionality of this display colon none. Okay, so what is this use means? Let us assume, okay, if you are having two divisions, so right now in your website you don't want to display this division for 2-3 days. Okay, just I am giving a scenario. Okay, after 2-3 days I am going to use this division which is displayed in my, which is going to display in my website. Okay, not now. Okay, what you have to do means, instead of removing all this code and all, okay, instead of removing all the code and later after through 2-3 days you are going to enter this piece of code again means, no need of that. Okay, just you can give a property saying display none. What happens means, it will not display in your website. Okay, so when you want you can just give it as display block. Okay, it will displace there, or else simply you can remove this property also. Okay, if you are not specifying anything means, it will replicate as it is, right? So if you don't want for certain period means, okay, you can use this display none. What happens, the block will be hidden. Okay, later you can give it as display colon block, or you can give it as display colon block, or you can just remove this property. Okay, similarly if you don't want anything for a certain period of time means, you can just give it as this display none. Okay, colons or nothing. Okay, see, this will not gives you in the, so later whenever you want you can remove this none and then you can use block, or you can remove this entire block itself. Okay, this is what the display property in CSS. Okay, and so far we have discussed those input types in HTML. Okay, hope you guys are able to understand what is this concepts all. Okay, please try it with your own coding. Okay, right, hope you guys able to understand. Please try with your codings. Okay, right guys. Okay, thank you so much for your patience of listening. Okay, thank you so much.